How defendable is Port Merrick? If someone came over and tried to shoot you, would you be able to defend yourself? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the question that we will be answering today. Now, I've done a few castle raiding videos in the past, so I decided to spice it up a little bit and head over to Sea of Thieves and actually see if some of Sea of Thieves' fortresses and ports hold up against any sort of raid. Now, if you haven't seen these type of videos before, basically I'm going to give it a rating, and since it's a port, it's going to be a little bit different than an actual castle, but basically it's just going over the defensibility and positioning and kind of simulating a sort of attack on Port Merrick. Now, luckily for this one, I don't actually have to fully imagine an attack, because there actually was a full-on attack that I was a part of. Anyways, let's just get right into the video. So first things first, let's look at the actual layout of Port Merrick. So, it basically consists of about 3 different islands. The first, smaller island, mainly consists of the lighthouse, and then also a small little dock area. And then if you cross the bridge, you end up in the main area of Port Merrick, which consists of a tavern and various little shops. And then the third island has a small little shop area, and then the shipwright area over here with another little open area to, do some tall tales. That's basically the whole port. And then also, I guess you could say part of the third island, I guess it's kind of a fourth island, is the Sovereign's area with a very big open area over here, which is connected to the main island by bridges. And all 4 of these islands connected make a small little area in here, which looks kind of cool. So that's kind of the main port area. Here is a bird's eye view of the port, just so that you can see what it all looks like. So yeah, that is basically the layout of this port. But, I mean, a layout is a layout. Layout alone is not going to stop attackers from getting to the port. So let's go ahead and look at the actual defensibilities of this port. Also, before we begin, if you enjoy the video at any point, make sure to like and subscribe, because that really helps the channel grow. Also, the Discord where I announce streams, like literally beating Silk Song with only using my feet, is down in the top comment. So if that interests you, then make sure you go join that. Anyways, back to the content. So, if you look on this map here, these are all of the locations of the cannons. As you can see, this basically covers every single side of the port, which means whatever direction the attackers come, there will hopefully be a cannon that is pointing in their general direction. However, you can definitely start to see some of the blind spots. For example, if they come from the top right corner, there really is not too many cannons pointed in that direct location. Now, there is the lighthouse, which definitely will help out in setting up some snipers, you could say, but no actual cannons will stop the ship. And then there are some smaller little blind spots, but the attackers probably will not know the exact locations of these cannons, so you should probably be pretty good. Now, let's include the layout of the port in actual defensibility. Well, first off, I find that the easiest way to look at how defensible a port or castle is to start at the fallback point and then work our way out of that. And what better place than the tavern? Now, this might just look like some drunken area where pirates will feast, but it actually has some pretty key defensibility points. See, where the base of this tavern is pretty open, and there are actually a few secret areas into this tavern. Once you go to the upper levels, that actually all changes, because the only way up is through this staircase. which, by the way, is a choke point, because it is only about 2 pirates wide, so if you station about 2 pirates here, they could technically defend against a very big horde. And then the further you go up, it actually shows that this tavern is not simply just a tavern, but it is actually one of the Sea of Thieves fortresses kind of transformed into a tavern. Now, that's not the actual lore of how this was built, but I'm pretty sure in development this was just a copy-paste, but then they switched the interior. So this is probably the best fallback point. Now, there are also other towers, like the lighthouse, for instance, which is actually the tallest building. And then the Sovereign Tower is also a pretty good fallback point. However, why the tavern is actually the greatest, in my opinion, is because it is in the center where everyone can run back to. And not only is this a fallback point, but it also has some of the cannons pointed out towards the sea. So with the fallback point out of the way, let's start looking into some of the positionings that you could set up. For example, remember how I told you that everything is connected by bridges? Well, you can kind of make, I don't know the exact term for this, but a fallback kind of defense, where if any defense falls, you can actually run back to another position to hold off the troops. And this is, of course, because of all the bridges. So to give kind of an exact look at this, let's say the attackers are coming at the fort and trying to board in the shipwright area. Now, this is the smartest area to try and board because there are actually basically no cannons pointed in this exact direction. So you should be able to pretty easily board if there's no defense. So if they came from this area, you kind of are a little bit cooked for their initial boarding of the port because, well, this is a very open field. And if they are attacking with an overwhelming force, yeah, just don't set up anyone here. However, once they get up to the higher levels, like I showed, these are kind of more of the choke points. You can set up some people along this ridge here, and then if that falls, they can fall back to another choke point. If that falls, they can fall back to another choke point. And that's just one of the lanes they could go. Now to the other lane, there is another full-on choke point bridge here. Now, the thing why I keep bringing up choke points is because I absolutely love them. Basically, the idea with a choke point is that, let's say the attackers had 100 men against, I don't know, 20. If there were, and let's just say all 100 were trying to come through this exact corridor, and all 20 were hiding, like, behind here. Alright, this is just for an example. So, the attackers can only fit about 2 to 3 men at a time through this lane. Meaning that even if they have 100 men back there, initially the front line only has 3 men. Meaning that even if you are a smaller force, it's still basically a one-on-one for this position. So anyways, if they break through all of those defenses, then there's a pretty open courtyard, you could say. But then there's actually a tower, a Sovereign's Tower to be exact, that you could set up men to snipe. And this is pretty good defensibility here, where you could pretty easily snipe off any attackers because, well, like I said, this is a pretty open field. They don't really have any way to hide. And then even if that falls, again, there's another bridge, another choke point, and then another choke point here. And just to kind of not make this video take 20 years, this is a very consistent thing where there are choke points, and more choke points. Plus, there are lookout towers, you could say, where you could very easily set up snipers to kind of just destroy any sort of attack. Because there is one there, went over in that section, and then the actual tavern works as a pretty good high makeshift tower. So really the only weakness in this defense is this island over here, the shipwright island, because from what I can actually see, there's only really one cannon, which is right here, and cannons really do not have any sort of range to deal with any attackers from the northwest side. But does that really matter? Because if every other single section of this port is very well defendable, then one little weakness shouldn't really be that bad. So I truly must say that Port Merrick is very, very well defendable. And remember how I said in the beginning of the video that there was an actual attack on Port Merrick that I took place in defending? Well, let me just show you how it went, and why this port is really, really defendable.
Tavern to start this, so you can use the cannons up there.
Yeah, those will probably be the first. If they go around this way, then it will be the first cannons. Better get up here.
Alright, alright. To stations, boys! To stations! Give them hell!
Oh, they're going around to the right first. Why are they shooting fireworks at us?
Captain B, can I get you like looking at their ships? They just got skelly shit. That's hilarious. Well,
Oh, they're gonna be destroyed by that.
I'm gonna stand like right here, so it's like I'm sort of protected.
Yeah.
Skelly guys are on our side.
Fire!
Kill them, you dogs!
our this skelly ship just got black powder tank.
I want their heads, boys!
Oh, also, I have 10 cannonballs if anyone needs more, because up here, just let me know.
I'll send you all to hell!
Oh, they anchored! Oh, what are they doing? They're doomed!
Oh my god.
Lay into them!
Oh my god, they are actually gonna die. Dead, apparently one's dead.
Oh, so many one balls are happening.
I'll kill you all!
They're boarded, Captain.
You're all dead men!
That's what you get, a lander!
You bastards!
Let's go down there, Captain.
The stations, you dickheaded dickies!
Someone's coming to the island over there. He has an order assault, I think.
Kill them all! Dying is the day worth living for.
Let's go confront them, Captain B.
I'll send you to hell!
Yar!
Kill them all!
Nice job.
You'll die, you damn bastards!
He's going up! You lander, no!
I'm sending you to hell!
Kill that man!
I say you! Get your ass back here, you
Oh, Danny is coming up! Kill him!
Get your ass back here, you
That's what they get!
I'll send you to hell!
Did you kill somebody up here?
Yeah, my cannibals too.
Look for barrels.
Captain B!
You coward! Don't you dare run from me! before I go, I'm gonna get a glass of
Get
water.
back here, gamer
Don't
cows!
let anyone kill me.
Elando's been killed, so he's down. And another
Arr!
kill one.
Arr. Wait, no! They killed the queen! No!
Did anyone get it on camera? I don't...
Adam killed. Where do you got no way?
ran down from the tavern.
Orlando's already been killed. He can't come back.
He's right here, he's right here. Get him, get him, get him, get him.
Arr!
So yeah, we kind of completely obliterated the attacking team. That really just shows how powerful the fort is. Now, in case you wanted to know where that clip was from, it was from my video on Captain Squiddy's Sea of Thieves event, and you can check both of those out in the description of the video. So yeah, I really think the fort is a very well defendable port, and just to give it a ranking to keep up with all the other castles, I would probably have to give it probably an 8 out of 10, mainly because there's a very big blind spot, and there are some other smaller blind spots. But other than that, it has a very good bridge defensibility system, so I think it holds up very well. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you have any ideas of the next castle raiding video, make sure to leave them in the comments. Anyways, thanks for watching.